Hi everybody. So I'm going to go over some of the exercises that we went over in the Keeping It Fresh workshop so that you can use them hopefully with your clients. Now the first one I'm going to go over is from Joe's original 34 exercises, and it's corkscrew. Some of you had questions about that one, so I'm going to demonstrate that one first. You're going to lie supine in neutral. Take the legs one at a time up to a Pilates V and keep neutral. Now I'm going to go into a rollover on the exhale. So I'm going to inhale, prepare. Exhale, go into the rollover. I'm going to inhale, twist my body to one side, and exhale, roll down the right side. I'm going to inhale, go back up the right side, and exhale, twist and roll down the left side. And I'm going to do that again. Inhale, go back up the left side, twist, exhale, go down the right side. Inhale, go up the right side, exhale, twist, go down the left side. To finish, I'm going to go inhale back to the center, exhale, slowly roll down the spine, one vertebra at the time. Keep exhaling, keep breathing until you return to your original position. Okay, so that's corkscrew. All right, the next one is jackknife, which is not used very often, of course, but I'll show it to you. It also goes into a rollover first, and then you kind of kick the legs up toward the ceiling quickly and back to the rollover slowly, 1, 2, or 3 times in a row. I'll show you 3 times in a row. So again, I'm going to start in neutral with my legs in a Pilates V. I'm going to go into the rollover, inhale, prepare, and exhale to the rollover. I'm going to inhale, quickly reach my legs up toward the ceiling, slowly back to the rollover. Again, with control, one more. And then prepare, inhale, and exhale, articulate down the spine. Back to neutral. Okay? All right, the next one I'm going to go over is boomerang, which again is not taught very often. I'm going to start with my legs crossed, with my right leg crossed over my left and sitting up tall. I'm going to go into, again, a sort of rollover on the exhale. And then I'm going to come up through a teaser with my arms reaching back, and then I'm going to reach forward over the legs and sit back up. And while you take your legs back to the rollover, you switch which leg is on top. Okay? So I'm going to inhale, prepare. Exhale, roll down, switching the legs. I'm going to inhale, reach the legs out and the arms back to a teaser. Exhale, lower, control over, and sit back up. So now my left leg is on top, and I'll do that one more time. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, roll over. Switch legs. Inhale, reach the legs and the arms back to a teaser. Exhale, control, and sit back up. Okay, so going on to crab. Crab is going to start in a very tight position. The legs are crossed. You're holding the feet or ankles tight into your chest, and your head is down, and you're rounded into a C curve. So I'm going to inhale, roll back. Exhale, come forward all the way until the head touches the mat. So you want to try to keep the legs really close into the body. When you roll back, you only roll back to the middle of the shoulder blades. Don't let the head and neck touch the mat, kind of like rolling like a ball. So again, I'm going to inhale back. That's the exhale, all the way to the top of the head. Okay? The last one I'll go over from Joe's original 34 is control balance. Now this one, all of these that I've shown so far are not for beginners necessarily. You want to make sure that your students are prepared for this. I'm going to start with the legs straight up again. And again, I'm going into a rollover, but this time I'm taking the legs all the way back over my head until they're touching the floor. Okay, and this is not appropriate for everyone. I'm going to inhale, prepare. Exhale, legs up and over. Now I'm going to hold one leg, reaching the other leg up as high as I can on the inhale, keeping my form. Inhale. And I control, exhale, switch. Inhale, switch. Try to keep the hips up. Exhale, switch. Inhale, switch. Exhale, switch. And then I would inhale and exhale. Roll down the spine. Okay? So that was control balance. All right, moving on to Kathy's cats. I'll show you first just regular cat, and that is just a cat and then neutral. Cat and then neutral. So no cow like they do in yoga. Okay? So you're going to line up the shoulders width apart with the hands, hips width apart with the knees. Make sure the feet are in line with the knees. I'm going to inhale, prepare, keep neutral. Exhale, round the back like a cat. Inhale, flatten to neutral. Exhale, round like a cat. Okay, going on to sexy cat. Sexy cat, you want to think about looking at a tail. So you want to take the head and the tail toward each other, looking at that tail, getting a little oblique curve here in a little C curve, and then going back to neutral. I usually do it on an exhale, so I'm going to prepare, inhale. Exhale, curve. Inhale, center. Look to the left. Inhale, center. Look to the right. So you're curving your body, head and tail look at each other. Now moving on to the next, around the world cat. So I'm going to start by, on the inhale, taking a cat pose. On the exhale, I'm going to circle my head and tail around and up and all the way back to the cat. So I'm going to inhale cat, exhale, around the world. Inhale, hold, exhale, around the world. Inhale, hold. I can go the other way. Circle. Inhale, hold. Exhale, circle. I usually do about 4 each way. I'll show you once this way just so you can see what that looks like. That would be to the right. Okay? All right, now moving on to stretchy cat. All right, I'll show you once this way. You again start in neutral. On the inhale, I'm going to take a cat pose. Okay, so I'm going to inhale to the cat, and I'm going to sit back on my haunches. On the exhale, I'm going to dive my head without moving my arms. I'm going to dive my head up, arching my back, and then return to the cat. So let's actually start in a cat already. Inhale, back to the haunches. Exhale, dive, and round. I'll show you once this way. Inhale, back to the haunches. Exhale, dive, and round. Okay, so that's stretchy. Now, a tap cat does involve moving the arms further out. So, I'm going to start again in a cat. So, on the inhale, I'm going to go ahead and start this one in like a child's pose. Let's start that way, because that makes it easier. Your arms are already extended. So you're going to start kind of in a child's pose from yoga. On the inhale, you're going to leave your arms extended like this. Take your head and dive it through them. So I'm going to dive through. My thighs will touch the mat. Inhale. Exhale, round into a cat and take it back to the child's pose. So inhale. Exhale. Dive. I'll show you once this way. Starting from a child's pose. Inhale, dive. Exhale, round back. Okay, so that's Kathy's cats. Moving on to reformer on the mat. Okay, the first thing is backstroke. So we start supine with the arms and the legs straight up over the shoulders and the hips, called dead bug. Okay, you can do this in a Pilates V or parallel. I'm going to keep the head down at first. I'm going to open my arms and legs on the inhale. On the exhale, I'm going to do a cervical nod and a half roll up, bringing the legs together at an angle and the arms by the hips, as if I was going to do the hundreds. Okay, and then rest. So again, my starting position is dead bug. Inhale, open, arms and legs. Exhale, cervical nod.